What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red Seat Radio. My name is Corbin. I was sitting there thinking to myself, it's Sunday, tomorrow's Halloween, maybe today's Halloween, depending on when you're watching this. Let's have a little bit of fun with this video. Plus, on top of that, we have been talking about almost exclusively trades that the Red Sox could make this off season. We were talking about outfielders, starting pitchers, but there's one guy that gets mentioned every time we talk about possible trades for the Boston Red Sox. He's sort of the white whale, if you will, the big catch, the one that everyone wants to be traded to their favorite MLB team, and that's Shohei Ohtani. So I figured it'd be kind of fun today to go through and see if the Red Sox could trade for Shohei Ohtani, what that package would entail, and what bringing Shohei to the Boston Red Sox would really mean for the future of this Red Sox team. But before I get into that, do me a favor, make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Also, make sure you guys have hit the like button on this video as well. It helps these videos out a ton and would mean a lot to me. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one. Let's get into it. In case you're currently living under a rock or you just simply don't follow anything outside of Red Sox baseball, Shohei Ohtani had an insane 2022. Offensively, he hit 276 with an 875 OPS with a 145 OPS plus, meaning he was about 45% more productive than the average player in baseball at the plate. He also had an insane 34 home runs and 94 RBIs. Again, this is another guy who has a pretty low RBI total, mostly because the Angels just simply could not get it done offensively. He's also a fantastic starting pitcher and had the best starting pitching season of his entire career this year. He had a 2.33 ERA in 28 games with a 1.72 ERA plus, meaning again, he's 72% statistically better than the average pitcher in baseball. That's crazy because he's also 45% better statistically than the average hitter in baseball. Absolutely insane. He also led the AL in K per 9 at 11.9. Basically, the dude is insane. Unfortunately, though, for Shohei Ohtani, Shohei is currently playing on the Angels, who, despite having the two best players in baseball on their team, simply cannot put it together. And them not being able to put together a complete team leads to an opportunity for the rest of the league. Well, that on top of the fact that Shohei, after last season, went home to Japan, had an interview and said how displeased he was with the latest Angels season, combined with the fact that Angels probably cannot afford to pay Shohei Ohtani, whose arbitration ends in 2023. And on top of that, the fact that the owners are looking to sell the Los Angeles Angels means that at some point this offseason or during this next season, there is a chance that Shohei Ohtani ends up on the trading block as probably the biggest trading block ever. So how could the Red Sox get him here? Well, it wouldn't be cheap or easy to get Shohei here, but I don't think it's as expensive as some people may think as well. And the main reason for this is because of what we just talked about. Shohei Ohtani only has 1 year left of arbitration, meaning that at the end of the year, he's going to be a free agent. For anyone trying to trade for Shohei Ohtani this offseason, at most, you are getting 1 year of team control. Now, if the Angels, which they tend to kind of do this sometimes, go through and say, no, we're going to try and make a push with Shohei. We want the revenue. We want to see if we can get into the playoffs with the team that we have right here. And by the trade deadline, they're below 500, realizing that they aren't going to make the playoffs and then make Shohei Ohtani available. Then you're only getting what, 2-3 months of Shohei Ohtani? That price is going to drop even lower. On top of that too, like we said, it's 1 year and then you're probably paying Shohei the largest AAV in MLB history based on just his value at the plate and on the mound alone. That doesn't even include how negotiations are going to go, what type of contract he wants, none of that. Just based purely on his value, he's going to demand the highest AAV in baseball history. So if the Red Sox did want to get him here, you not only have to bring him to the team, you have to pay him as well. But the actual trade itself, which is what we are talking about today, isn't going to be as expensive as some may think. I don't think it's going to be the largest prospect haul in all of baseball or anything like that. In fact, a decent size package for Shohei Ohtani would probably mean parting ways with Marcelo Meyer. You're probably looking at trading away either Brian Maeda or Brian Bayo, and you're probably looking at getting rid of Miguel Blaze and Cedane Rafaela, one of the two. So basically what you're looking at to get Shohei here is to trade away 3 of our top 7 blue chip prospects, right? Guys who are almost guaranteed to be legitimate people in the MLB. Marcelo Meyer being our number 1 prospect, prospect. The Maeda or the Bayo is probably somewhere in our top 10. And then you're looking at Blaze and Rafaela, who are probably in our top 5 as well. So you are decimating the top 5, top 10 people in your farm system, but it's not as terrible, again, as some may think. Yes, your depth takes a hit. Yes, you lose some of those blue chip pieces that you may have been planning to build around depending on how their careers shape up. But at the same time too, you still have a decent enough sized farm system where if you give these guys away, you can kind of still rebuild and still be in the top half of MLB farm systems in baseball, right? Like giving away Meyer, Blaze, and we'll say Maeda just for the heck of it, so we don't have to pick every single time. If we give those guys away, you're still probably a top 15 farm system in baseball, which says something to Chaim Bloom, but at the same time too, you're also giving up 3 blue chip prospects. To answer the question, could the Boston Red Sox get Shohei Ohtani to Fenway Park? 100%. The question is, how is it going to affect the future of this Red Sox team, and would the Red Sox ever consider doing it? Getting Shohei Ohtani to the Red Sox would definitely limit us financially. You're not going to give up that big of a prospect haul to get Shohei Ohtani to the Red Sox just to not pay him and have him leave next season. That would make absolutely no sense. It would also limit the ability to make any other trades, right? You already gave up 3 of your blue chip guys that were probably going to be at least something in the major leagues at some point. Giving more guys away depletes that farm system. You lose that depth. So you would kind of be limited on the trades that you could make outside of Shohei Ohtani. But at the same time too, you might not need to make another trade because trading for Shohei Ohtani is like killing 4 birds with 1 stone. You get the ace caliber pitcher that the Boston Red Sox missed in 2022. You're getting the power bat that was missing from this Red Sox lineup. You're getting a fast base runner who's going to be a pretty elite base runner next year, considering the fact that the bases are going to be bigger. You're getting a guy who can make contact and be in the middle of that order every single day, a solid DH. It's quite literally almost every single one of the Red Sox problems wrapped up into one player. And I'm sure other teams could say that as well, but Shohei Ohtani quite literally would put this Red Sox team into World Series contention almost right away, based strictly on the fact that he's hopefully, because obviously things can always happen, going to be filling every single hole except for the bullpen that the Red Sox need. He is quite literally an all-in-one solution for the Boston Red Sox. Now, do I think the Red Sox will legitimately make a push and try and trade for Shohei Ohtani? I have absolutely no idea. My gut tells me no, but it's just so much fun to think about, and it'd be so cool to have him here that I can't say 100% no. In my opinion, the one thing that's going to be throwing a wrench in almost any team's approach for getting Shohei Ohtani is the fact that you are probably going to be looking at paying him north of $45 million a year going forward. If you're legitimately paying him on his worth on the baseball field, and that to me is going to be the problem for not only the Red Sox, but for any team that's such a large financial commitment. But it's especially important for the Boston Red Sox, who still haven't even paid the 2 guys that are sitting in Boston who can perform in Boston at an elite level. So paying a guy who has not shown that he can perform in a big market, because let's be honest, Los Angeles is a Dodgers town, right? I'm sure they still have fans, but it's nothing like the Los Angeles Dodgers, the New York Yankees, the Mets, or us here in Boston. I don't know. I don't really think this is a Red Sox type move, but I guess we'll see. And it's definitely still fun to think about. So let me know in the comment section down below. 1, what did you think of my trade package for Shohei Ohtani? Would he get the deal done? Would you mess with it a little bit and change it around? And 2, would you do it? Would you trade for Shohei Ohtani, and what would your package look like, as well as how would you keep him here long term? I'd love to hear all your thoughts down below. Let's have a little bit of fun with this video. Yes, it might be unrealistic, but it's still fun to think about. So let me know all your thoughts on Shohei Ohtani to the Boston Red Sox down below. As always, if you made it to the end of this video, do me a favor, make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like I said at the beginning, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Also, make sure you guys have hit the like button on this video, as well as it helps these videos out a ton and would mean a lot to me. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one, and I will see you in the red seat.